Are you a solo consultant earning $150,000 or more per year, but constantly feeling like your finances are disorganized? If you've ever had to scramble at tax time or felt unsure about how much you can safely pay yourself, this system is for you. I want to walk you through a map that I just made for one of our users, and we're going to call her Jessica. She's an independent consultant down in Georgia, working with tech and healthcare clients. And last year, she brought in $180,000 in total revenue. But despite that, she just felt like she was winging it. No consistent paycheck, no system for savings, and no idea if she was setting enough aside for taxes.
But the good news is her goals were actually pretty simple. Pay herself consistently, that was the primary goal. She wanted to avoid any tax surprises in April, and she wanted to build a 3-month emergency fund. She also wanted to make sure she started investing towards a retirement portfolio because she hadn't been doing a good job with it. So here's what she did. She started by creating an income source, and that's easy as just this single click down here to create our income source. And she named it consulting income so that it could store all of the paychecks that her clients paid her. Now, the next thing we need to do is we needed to create the pods that she wanted in order to accomplish her goals. In this case, she wanted to make sure that she had a tax account, a business operating account, the slow month account, because that's one way that we can have essentially a business emergency fund, the owner's pay, as we discussed, her emergency savings, and her flexible spending and investing. And again, all of those we just simply by creating a new pod, labeling it what we want, and instantly a new checking account is created for her under that name, so we know exactly what the money is for. So let's say she made $15,000 for a month, and here's exactly what her sequence rules looks like. All we need to do is click and drag, and we can look at these rules. And what we did is we had these trigger on the first of every month. We could do it every single time she got paid, but because the pay was fluctuating, we wanted to store up that money inside of the income source, and then at the end of the month or on the first of the month, distribute all those funds to the subsequent accounts. So in this situation, we set up a monthly trigger for the first of every month. And the first paycheck was 20% to the tax account. So in this case, that'd be $3,000 going to the tax account. Again, dedicated account, so there's no more surprises come April. Next off, we wanted $15,000 going to the business operating account. That was to run all of her marketing or any other pieces that she needed from, whether it's a VA or whatever expenses she may have had. Now, the next set was her pay, $5,000 in owner's pay going directly to her. After that, we wanted to top up her emergency fund. In this case, she wanted to make sure that she had about $20,000 in there. And better yet, instead of putting $20,000 all in at once, we wanted to limit it to $1,000 every single transfer or $1,000 every single month. And what happens, the nice part about this top-up rule is that it'll look at the balance of the account. If it's not there, it'll put up to $1,000 into it, but no more. And so it'll keep looking at it. Once it's finally reached its $20,000 limit in this situation, it will then move that money to the next step of the rules. In this case, that was $1,000 to the slow month account. Again, think of that as like a business emergency fund in case she had a down month. We're going to set up another rule that would allow her to increase and fund her business operating account so that she made sure she had enough money every single month. After that, we had 100% of the remainder going to her flexible spending and investing account. And the great news about this is that once it hits this flexible spending account, what we had set up is a new set of rules. So every single time money hit, this is no longer a time-based rule. This was every single time money hit this account, we set up a trigger so that 25% of it would go to her SEP IRA and 25% of it would go to her brokerage account. Now, she didn't have any concerns about making too much money to hit the SEP IRA limits, but if she did, we could always change that rule to a different rule. We could set a fixed amount or a percentage of it and then create a limit for that account so that she made sure she didn't go over the annual contribution limit. So great flexibility there. Now, the last thing I want to show you is another cool trick that we set up for her. Because there were some months her revenue was not recurring always. It was a project-based revenue system. So as a result, she did have some slow months. What we set up was a new rule between the slow month account and the operating account. And what we can do here is it can check every single day. So we set this rule up daily, and we want to make sure to top up her operating expense account. In this case, we can say whether it's $250, $500, you name it. But what it will do is it will look at that account. In this case, it will look at the business operating account and every single day make sure there's at least $500. So that way we're setting aside money on the business side of things and making sure that our business operating account is always funded to some level that we need to. In this case, $500, so that we're all set and ready to go. And here's the great news. Now, Jessica gets paid. Her taxes are already taken care of. She gets a paycheck every single month into her owner's pay account. And one thing I didn't even mention is in her case, she utilized our debit card. We have virtual as well as physical debit cards, so you can use this literally as your bank account. Or if you want to, you just simply sync your existing bank account and then send the money directly there. Doesn't matter what bank you use, it'll work. But this is great because now instantly the money's there and she can pay with it with her phone, pay with it with her physical debit card, and she is all set and ready to go. And her emergency fund is steadily growing, both on the personal side as well as the business side, and she's actually investing consistently now. And her business is a clean account just for expenses. So if you're a consultant earning 6 figures but still unsure where your money goes, this is your playbook. Use Sequence to build your map, set your rules, and turn revenue into a system. And if you want a link to this exact map and template, just click the link below because I've got it there for you so you can start using it today. Remember, take control of your money. Go check out Sequence today.